Well, hello everybody. I finished The Witch in the Cathedral by Brittain. It was really good. I gave it 4 stars. It was a page turner, and I didn't guess who was responsible for the apparitions and for all of the attacks on Caelron. So I always love not being able to guess who the villain is and seeing how our detective, Daneberg really ends up being a detective, comes to know who did it. In a way, though, he's not exactly a detective who ends up discovering the truth. It's much more complicated than that. I don't want to go more into it, but I just want to say that you do not have to read these books in order. This is actually the 4th book in the Daneberg series, and it was not necessary for me to have read the first 3 books. So I would definitely recommend Brittain, and The Witch in the Cathedral was a lot of fun. There is this romance subplot, but I liked it, and I'm somebody who doesn't like romance. So that was a lot of fun. Now I have to read Beowulf, and then I have to finish my short story collection, and finally I need to watch the film adaptation of Life of Pi. So, is this possible to do in less than 6 hours? We'll see. Okay, I just finished Beowulf, translated by Seamus Heaney. 5 stars. This is a fantastic translation. Definitely worth reading out loud. Now, I didn't read the entire thing out loud because I read it in one sitting on my bed to fulfill the challenge of reading a book in the same place, and also because I only have a few hours left. But I did read bits of it out loud, and I was moved by the alliteration of the verse and the story itself. I have read Beowulf before. A few years ago I read the Michael Alexander translation, but there were certainly many details that I had missed. So I'm going to now go watch the film adaptation of Life of Pi, and hopefully there'll be enough time left for me to finish Interpreter of Maladies. So let's go. Okay, I just watched the Life of Pi movie. It's basically the same thing that I read. So, as I was watching the movie, I was also reading stories from Interpreter of Maladies. Now I have 60 pages left and 1 hour left to read them in. So, I am going to go read. See you. I did it! I finished my 4th book, Interpreter of Maladies, which is definitely going to receive 5 stars. It was fantastic. I definitely read a lot more quickly than I do usually, so that I could get through those stories. But I don't think that I really missed any details, so maybe I can read faster than I assumed. I was using a bookmark under each line so that I could just, quickly scan the sentence and get the information I needed. But yeah, so the 4 books that I read, the first one was Life of Pi, which fulfilled the challenge of reading a book and watching its film adaptation. I read Interpreter of Maladies by Jhumpa Lahiri, which fulfilled the challenge of a book with purple on the cover and debut work. And then I read Beowulf, which fulfilled the challenge of a book that I'd meant to read last year, and a book that I read in one spot. And finally I read The Witch and the Cathedral by Brittain, which fulfilled the challenge of a book with 5 words in the title, at least 5 words in the title, and a book with a non-human main character. A wizard, I decided, was a non-human character. This was wonderful. I gave 4 stars to both Life of Pi and The Witch and the Cathedral, and I gave 5 stars to Seamus Heaney's Beowulf and Interpreter of Maladies. I hope that you all had a lot of fun completing the Reading Rush challenges. Let me know how you did, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.